Hello. Today I am doing the Daedric quest with Clavicus File. The prerequisite is being level 20 and having 500 gold. And this is where his shrine is on the map. It's just southwest of the Imperial City. What's up?
You approach the shrine of Clavicus Vile. You should not be here unless you have business with Lord Clavicus. Here we worship Lord Clavicus. Do you have business with the Daedra? There are many deals to be made, even with a god. You could find great wealth, or painful death. If you wish to bargain with Clavicus Vile, approach with an offering of 500 gold, and hope the Lord smiles on your offering. Make a bargain or do not. You must choose.
Okay.
Go then.
A mortal! Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Perhaps you'll do service for me, mortal, and I'll reward you. A fair bargain, don't you think? You will retrieve for me a sword. A very special sword. It contains the soul of Umbra, a hero I have had dealings with in the past. Bring the sword to me, and I'll reward you with my mask. You'll not find a better bargain, mortal. Begin your search in Hell's Gate.
And just a fun fact, if that voice sounds familiar, that is because that is Todd Howard, which is fitting for, you know, the Prince of Bargains, given how many times he's sold Skyrim. Anyways, when I gave my offering at the shrine of Clavicus Vile, the Daedra Lord told me about Umbra, and how he wishes me to return him the Umbra sword. I should start my search in Pell's Gate. Okay. I've always wondered if Pell's Gate was named after Pelennor.
Hello! Hey! Pay attention! In your pack, the dog. I swear, you heroes aren't particularly quick on the uptake.
Yeah, that is a quest item.
Good. Got your attention. I'm Barbas, the Hound of Clavicus Vile. Not that I've always been a hound, or always been called Barbas. I've also been a Red Guard. For a while I was a scamp, making deals with orcs. But for now, I am his hound, and I serve the Lord Clavicus. A word of advice here. You've made a bad deal. This Umbra, bad business. Things always end badly where that one's concerned. Clavicus has always been a little blind to that. And it'll end badly this time too. So, just leave things be. Walk away. It's your best bet, really.
Why?
Barbas, the Hound of Clavicus Vile, has spoken to me through the figurine that appeared in my pack. He tells me that returning the Umbra sword to Clavicus Vile is a mistake, likely to cause great ruin to Vile's domain. This is actually true. I'll go on a little bit of a lore ramble later, but Barbas speaks wisdom. Also, that little snippet when he was talking about making deals with orcs, that is the reason why we know he was in Morrowind, because there was this little scamp thing named Creeper who bought your items for full price, and that was Barbas.
And I hear tribal chiefs are
full glass
supporting
armor,
the
wow.
Welcome to Pell's Gate. What brings you around here? We are a small community. Mostly keep to ourselves. Can't say it isn't nice to see a new face around, though. Umbra? You need to speak with Iroki the Wide. I've got nothing to say about Umbra.
You
Good
look
day.
like someone who's comfortable in heavy
Rocky
armor.
the
Hello
Wide. He's not, like, very wide, but okay.
Welcome to Pell's Gate. What brings you around here? I know of Umbra, but you're a stranger to me, and I'm not talking.
Well, Iraqi, I have the
ahead.
perfect solution to that.
Thank you. How kind. Umbra? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. And it's not one you should be using around Pell's Gate either. Before I go on, let's clear something up.
Are you here asking about the sword or the person? Which is it? It's a powerful sword, no doubt about that. Jet black, got a wicked edge on it, and they say it can steal a man's soul. I know of at least one soul it stole. Lenwyn. She's the one who found the blasted thing. I suppose you want to hear about the person now. Who is Umbra? I can tell you who Umbra used to be. Lenwyn. She's my apprentice, or at least she was, until she found that sword. Never did say where it came from. She just showed up with it one day, said it was called Umbra. But she was different. She'd always been fair with a sword, but she began looking for fights, became bloodthirsty, and then started calling herself Umbra after the sword. Finally signed on with some mercenaries, but I hear that ended too. We haven't seen her in years. Can't say for sure. Some say they've seen her nearby, near the Vindasal ruins. Might just be wishful thinking, though. If she's around, she hasn't come into Pel's Gate, nor should she. I fear that girl is long gone. If you seek her out, take care. She's a powerful one, or at least that sword is. I'd steer clear if I was you.
Okay.
I wish you luck. I fear you'll need it.
Thank you, Iraqi the Wide.
Hi there.
So it's a bit confusing, but the Umbra sword and the Umbra person are two different entities. The Umbra person, who we are about to seek out, isn't actually the original entity. The original entity is just called Umbra, and it is an aspect of Clavicus Vile's power. Because when Vile commissioned the sword to be made for the purpose of stealing souls, the witch who was making it tricked him and imbued some of his power in the sword, so anyone who wields it goes insane, and it's always been a thorn in Clavicus Vile's side ever since. And it also has a lot of lore tied into Morrowind, too. I don't want to spoil too much if anyone was planning on reading the Lord of Souls and the Infernal City novel series. That is a very obvious trap. I've done my fair share of Alien Ruins, so there's absolutely no tricking me. Did I miss something? Okay. So Lenwyn / Umbra should be, if I remember correctly, yeah, she's down there. Okay. So she's definitely a tricky boss. I'd recommend saving and doing whatever you need to do. Where are the soul gems? Okay. Yeah, so she's just chilling in her in her basement, just with her bread and her bedroll. This is the life. This is all I would need.
You risk much by speaking to me. You should leave this place now. Umbra is my blade. It is who I am, who I was meant to be. For years I have fed my blade the souls of man and mer, warriors and priests, kings and paupers, men, women, and children, all have bled for me. I have seen them all fall, and still Umbra hungers for more. Do not speak to me of that place. It was another lifetime. It was before I became what I am now. Perhaps they sent you to kill me. Are they worried I might come in the night and burn their village down around them? No matter. I am what I've become, and I know my fate. But what of you? What is it you seek? my death, my blade? I offer you a choice, more than I have offered most. Stay here and die, or leave now and live your life. Speak to me again when your mind is set.
This is your out, friend. Leave it alone. How about we just march on back to the shrine and tell Clavicus the deal is off? Sure, he'll be a bit put off, but you won't be dead. At least, you probably won't. That's better odds than you're getting here.
Yeah, definitely, quick save.
Umbra will feast on your soul.
Umbra shall feed! Get this over with!
Okay. And I believe that she heals too, so just be mindful of that. This armor is very good. Take that, take that, take that. Okay.
I'm telling you, don't bring that sword back to Clavicus. It'll ruin him, I'm sure. I mean, not completely. He's still a Daedric prince. Look, keep the sword if you want. That's your decision. But don't give it back to Clavicus. He doesn't know what's good for him sometimes.
So we'll take a look at Umbra. Yeah, this is a very good sword, especially with that soul trap enchantment. And if you plan on keeping it, there are a few things to be mindful about. The smart thing to do would just be to walk off right now and not finish the quest, because this is 0 weight. And once you refuse to give it back and you complete the quest, then it becomes a weighted item. But if you're someone who likes having, you know, like, your quest's not sitting in your inventory, then it doesn't really matter. And also worth mentioning that this is technically not a Daedric artifact. Only the Mask of Clavicus vial is, which is the item you get for returning the sword. So Umbra cannot be used in the Blood of the Daedric quest. You can't give it to Martin. Where is the exit? Okay. Now, the canon ending is that you do give the sword back to Clavicus because he reclaims it, you know, and he chews Umbra out and traps him in his realm. But Umbra will eventually escape about 45 years later after the events of Oblivion. He'll break free from Clavicus's realm, and it becomes a giant floating city called Umbriel that threatens Tamriel, and as you can guess, it's not good. It sucks souls from anyone who goes underneath, and, you know, the people of Cyrodiil are a bit traumatized from the events of the Daedra, so not good. It also takes place in the Mede dynasty, so the first emperor after Martin is featured in that book. Okay, so I'm gonna save here just so I can show you guys the different outcomes.
You've brought the sword! Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business.
Yes.
Excellent! A pitiful sword with a pitiful soul in exchange for a mask fit for a god. You've gotten the better of this bargain, mortal. Now, I have business to attend to. Run along. Perhaps I'll be looking for you again.
Clavicus Vial appreciated my efforts. He has taken the Umbra sword and rewards me with the Mask of Clavicus Vial. Yep, just a, you know, fortified personality enchantment.
Oh well, been good knowing you, kid. Back to being his hound for me. As for you, good luck, I guess. I've met worse.
Very nice. Okay. So we'll go back. So like I said, that's the canon ending. And this is what happens if you decide to keep it.
You've brought the sword! Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business. we had a bargain, little hero. You would risk my wrath for a pitiful little sword? I will be watching you, mortal, and waiting.
Clavicus Vile was not pleased that I elected not to return him the Umbra sword. My bad.
Oh well, been good knowing you, kid. Back to being his hound for me. As for you, good luck, I guess. I've met worse.
Yeah, he says the exact same thing, despite following his orders. Anyways, so, and like I said, yeah, this now has a 45 weight, which is pretty heavy, but it's so cool looking. I mean, it's black with like this purple hue. Probably one of my favorite like looking weapons in the game. And these people also will hate you.
You have reneged on your bargain with Lord Clavicus. You are not welcome here.
Okay. So yeah, that is the quest. It's pretty fun, and I really love the lore behind it. Like I said, if you haven't read the Infernal City and the Lord of Souls novels, they're canon novels for Bethesda. They're really awesome. They kind of bridge the gap between the events of Oblivion and Skyrim, and they also feature some of the things that happened with Bardau and the eruption of Red Mountain and all the details that took place to allow that to happen. Whoa, Master and Secunda are in like full eclipse. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyways, that is it. Sorry for yapping too much.